Undersecretary Claire Castro pinagtawanan ang tandem ni Pipi Sara at Senator Amy Marcos dahil sa itim na campaign ad ng mga ito. Claire Castro pinilit pa na ang administrasyon umano ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang sumisimbolo sa itim na pamamalakad at lumiliwanag na umano ngayon ang administrasyon ni PBBM. Pero bago ang lahat, kung di pa kayo nakapag-subscribe sa channel na ito, please do subscribe para mas maging updated pa kayo sa mga susunod kong mga videos. Napikon nga si Undersecretary Claire Castro sa bagong palabas na campaign ad ni BP Sara at Senator Amy Marcos. Ito ang isa sa nagpapatunay na tuluyan nang tinalikuran ni Senator Amy Marcos ang kapatid nitong walang ibang ginawa kundi kamkamin ang pera ng bayan na si PBBM. Yussi Castro nagmukhang inggit na inggit sa presscon.
Ang mga operations centers na ito ay nakatalaga upang mag-monitor at mag-cooperate at makipag-coordinate sa mga pangunahing tourist spots, layuning masiguro ang maayos na pamamahala at karanasang ligtas para sa lahat. Good news na naman para sa ating mga estudyante sa Barangay Pulong, Sampaloc Elementary School sa Doña Remedios Trinidad sa Bulacan. Malapit na matapos ang renovation ng classroom building na ginagawa doon bilang bahagi ng Humanitarian and Civic Assistance Program sa ilalim ng Balikatan Exercises. Layon ng iaayos na classroom ang building na ito upang gawing mas maaliwalas at kaaya-aya ang learning environment ng mga mag-aaral. Patunay din ito ang commitment ng AFP at ng US Armed Forces para makatulong sa lokal na komunidad. Samantala, nagsagawa naman ng isang community health engagement activity sa Barangay Dagupan, Lalo, Cagayan. Bahagi rin ito ng Humanitarian Civic Activity or Action Program ng Balikatan. 129 na pasyente or rather residente ang nabigyan ng serbisyong medikal at dental examinations. Ang aktibidad ay bahagi rin layon ng balikat exercises na makatulong para makapalagi or mapalagi ang lokal na ekonomiya, partikular sa aspeto ng medikal at public health.
National Police General Romel Francisco Marbil, allow me to read our opening statement. This is in connection po sa pagpapanatili ng ating safety and security during this Lenten season. The Philippine National Police, in partnership with other law enforcement agencies, is fully committed to ensuring a safe, peaceful, and meaningful observance of Holy Week across the country. Through our operational guidelines, we call this Ligtas Humbak 2025, we have strategically deployed our personnel and mobilized force multipliers. Ito po yung ating mga volunteer groups na tumutulong po sa ating kapulisan to key areas of convergence. When we say key convergence areas, ito po yung ating mga simbahan, yung house of worships, yung ating tourist areas, yung ating terminals, the airports and ports, yung ating mga highways ay kasama po doon, and other busy establishments. So mayroon po tayong estimated of 65,000 more PNP personnel nationwide na i-deploy po sa terminal, transport hubs, pilgrimage sites, simbahan, tourist destinations. At ito po ay nakasaad sa aming guideline ang magkaroon po ng enhanced police presence or visible pong ating Philippine National Police. We'll also augment mobile patrols kasi po ang ating concentration ay sa highly populated areas now. Mayroon po mga kabahayan, mga subdivision areas, residential areas ay naiwanan po mga bahay. So ito din po ay isang focus namin. Now, we have not received any threat for that matter for our security and safety this Lenten season as of today. But on the part of the PNP, we remain on full alert, especially in historically vulnerable areas. Our intelligence units are closely coordinating with the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Kasama namin dito yung Philippine Coast Guard to preempt any threats from any groups who would want to magkaroon po ng disorder yung ating bansa. So as to our vital installations, we all have also increased deployment of our personnel around power plants, communication infrastructure, and transportation terminals. We're also closely coordinating with private security groups and local crisis management councils. Sinabi po natin, Good Secretary kanina, mayroong mga possible road mishaps, sea mishaps. Ito po ay aming pinagpreparahan sa ngayon on the part of the Philippine National Police. Thank you.
We now open the floor to questions for Major General Alba. Pia Gutierrez, ABS-CBN News.
Sir, regarding this Holy Week, ano po yung payo po natin sa ating mga travelers, especially pati din sa mga mag-stay lang po sa kanilang bahay to ensure their safety during this Holy Week break?
Yes. Unang-una ay we should remain vigilant, no? Yun ang sabi nga natin, yung crime are attributed to three elements, no? Yung opportunity, yung instrumentality, tsaka yung motive. So kailangan po nating maging vigilant tayo. We save cellphone numbers sa ating mga cellphones at bago tayo magbiyahe ay alam natin yung mga hotline numbers kung saan po tayo pupunta. And of course, atin pong ipagbilin, no, sa ating mga kasamang bahay or neighbors natin, no, yung mga ating pupuntahan, and make sure na properly guarded yung ating bahay. Of course, na-mention din kanina yung mga risks sa health. Kailangan po nating we are healthy, no, during lalo na yung pagdadala natin ng mga sasakyan. So ito po ay isa sa mga mabisang advice ng ating Philippine National Police. And of course, we have to closely monitor yung ating advisories from government, no, lalo na sa social media, and closely coordinate with all the Sumbak help desk na italaga po sa different ports and seaports sa ating bansa. That way, you can easily access all government help to this desk.
And on another topic, sir, yung VACC po is calling for a stronger government response on the recent spate of kidnappings in the country, saying that the administration needs to rethink its strategy in addressing and preventing and solving kidnapping cases. So ano po ang response ng PNP dito at kung may directive din po si Pangulong Marcos tungkol dito?
Yes, unang-una we acknowledge yung information coming from VACC. But of course, our PNP is focused sa ating continuous law enforcement operations and anti-criminality operations. Mayroon pong tumututok na Special Investigation Task Group sa itong reported kidnapping incident. But of course, we cannot compromise other security aspect ng ating bansa, no? Especially yung lalo na sa Lenten season, at itong ating patuloy na pagtulong sa ating Commission on Elections sa pagpapanatili ng peace and order during this election period. But of course, we acknowledge nga yung sabi ng ating VACC, and we are actually restructuring yung ating, as guided by our Chief PNP, yung ating anti-kidnapping group na lalong mapapalakas yung grupo na ito to curb incidents such as kidnapping. And I'd like also to report, aside from these initiatives, last April 11 po, yung ating Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber Commerce Industry Incorporated ay mismong pumunta po sa himpilan ng ating Chief PNP kasama yung key personnel ng Philippine National Police. And amidst this ongoing investigation, they ask kung ano pong pwedeng maitutulong ng kanilang chamber. Remember that they have 170 chambers from Apari to Hulo, yung ating chamber, and they can really help, no, sa peace and order. Ang pag-usapan po doon at nirecommend ng ating PNP is to create a specialized desk, no? Tawag namin dito is PCFC, PNP Chinese Filipino Community Help Desk. So this is a desk liaisoning lahat ng concerns po ng ating sector from the Chinese Filipino. We talk here on protecting yung ating kasamahan sa community and engaging them with the projects and activities na panatili po na masustain natin yung ating peace and order as far as the Filipino-Chinese community is concerned. But definitely, magkakaroon muna po kami ng pilot testing, no? Itong proyekto na ito. Like for example, in Manila, particularly in Binondo, where the highly concentrated yung ating communities, in Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, in Region 3. Now, if we see that magiging successful yung project na ito po ay ito pong long-term, isa sa mga long-term solution or interventions ng PNP na ma-address po natin yung mga incidents na ganito po.
Chris Jose Remate.
Hello, sir. Good morning po. Balik lang po tayo sa Holy Week. Nakipag-coordinate na po ba ang PNP sa mga barangay officials?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, kasama po sila sa deployment na sinasabi natin because the 65,000 personnel are not purely members of the uniform service ng PNP. Sa PNP lang po ito. We are actually deploying 40,000. Yung 40,000 na ito po ay this covers the entire summer vacation security deployment. Now, pagdating po ng Holy Week, we increased it with another 25,000. Aside from this, we will be engaging volunteer groups, no? So kasama po yung ating local government units and other organizations that accredited ng PNP that help us sa aming safety and security operations all throughout the Lenten season.
Okay po, sir. Sir, ano po yung particular crimes na binabantayan pag Holy Week?
Yes, thank you for the question. So ang PNP are always focused dito sa 8 krimen, no? Like robbery, theft, murder, rape, carnapping, etc. But we are very particular sa crime against property. Sa sinabi ko po kanina, once we leave our homes, ito po talaga ay common targets, no, ng mga suspects o criminal suspects na tatargetin nila. That's why ito po yung ating guidance na we have to closely coordinate with our nearest police stations, no, before we leave our home at keep these numbers with us, no. Dapat may mga load yung ating cellphone na anytime po ay pwede tayong mag-access ng mga websites ng PNP, getting the hotline numbers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Last 2 questions for General Alba. Ivan Mayrina, GMA Integrated News.
General Alba, sir, good morning.
Morning, sir.
The recently released political ad featuring the Vice President and Senator Marcos paints the situation in the country as black. At isa po sa mga dahilan daw nito ay krimen. What does the PNP have to say about this?
Yes, of course, this creates a lot of perception. But sa amin po sa PNP ay tuloy-tuloy lang pong aming kampanya against all forms of lawlessness. But we can only speak of what we have, no, yung ating crime statistics, which we actually reported a few days or few weeks ago, where it covers January to April of 2025 as compared to last year, where we have a big decrease of 26% sa aming crime statistics. So we stick with the reality, what we have now, yung aming data.
So yung binabanggit po na yon ay it's a narrative being pushed by the other side of the political spectrum, tama ho ba? Or ito ho ba'y perception lamang because the data does not seem to reflect that perception?
Like I said, all that we see, minsan we are misinformed and disinformed, but we respect, no, sabi ko nga, yung perception ng ating community, but we speak of our duties na dapat naming pinapatupad, and we should not be affected by these negativities kung mayroon man.
And you can tell the citizenry, sir, that our streets are safe.
Definitely. Of course, time to time, mayroon tayong mga crimes na naging highly sensationalized na hindi kaagad ma-solve, but these are acted upon immediately, and for us, it does not represent the entire situation of our country.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Heidi Sampang, FEBC.
Magandang umaga po, sir. Sa ngayon po, ang dami talagang nagbiyabiyahe and recently po may mga incidents po ng rentangay. So paano po kaya makakapag-ingat yung ating mga kababayan para hindi po mabiktima ng modus na ganito?
Yes, like I said, mas mainam po na we get hold of the hotline numbers. Hindi lamang po hotline numbers ng Highway Patrol Group na kung saan siya ay nakatutok sa mga kasong ganito, but the entire hotline numbers of different police stations. Mababasa niyo naman po pag dumadaan ka sa ibang areas and you get a picture of that and you report immediately. Now, we are actually engaging these groups, no, itong mga rent-a-car na businesses to closely coordinate with our police stations and our Highway Patrol Group. Binigyan na po ng instruction ng ating Chief PNP, yung HPG, na tutukan ang ganitong mga kaso.
Pero sir, when it comes to prevention, so para po makaiwas na hindi po sila mabiktima ng ganun, ano po yung mga parang red flag?
PIO, can you respond to please?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Salamat po. Kausap po natin yung director po ng ating Highway Patrol. Doon po sa 8 focus crimes na nabanggit natin na bagamat 26% po ang ibinaba niya, yung nananatili pong yung figure na medyo mataas po na 1%, yung pong carnapping po ng motor vehicle na nag-shift po from the traditional na carjacking or carnapping while parked. Ito po yung technical na carnapping po na nabanggit po ninyo. Nagpalabas po ang ating Direktor ng Highway Patrol ng kanilang mga leaflets po kung paano iiwasan yung mga reports po na dumarating po sa atin tukol po sa mga technical carnapping po. Bibigyan po natin sila, mag-a-anunsyo po tayo sa pamamagitan po ng ating mga press releases matapos po nitong ating pong press briefing ngayon kung ano po yung mga dapat gawin po ng ating mga kababayan para maiwasan po yung mga technical carnapping po.
Maybe one last question for our friends from the PNP. Tuesday New, DZBB.
Sir, opo. Yung cases naman po nung mga kababayan natin na madalas ay naloloko sa social media nung mga ads na murang staycation houses, yung ganon. Ano po ang pwedeng magawa dyan ng PNP para hindi sila malaglag sa ganitong pain ng mga unscrupulous individuals sa social media?
Unang-una po, we normally or regularly receive, no, yung mga texts or mga emails. Wag po nating basta tayong mag-click doon, no? We follow the protocols. I-confirm muna natin kung talagang nag-i-exist ang itong mga klaseng businesses, no? And we can actually directly coordinate with our anti-cybercrime group. Mayroon din po silang hotline at yung ating mga police stations na anytime pwede po nilang ma-access.
Thank you very much, General Alba, Colonel Tuanyo, Yusek Claire.
Yes, General Alba and Colonel Tuanyo, maraming salamat po. Pwede na po natin silang i-excuse. At sa ngayon po, makakasama naman po natin si Coast Guard Deputy Spokesperson Commander Michael John Encina. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Yusek Castro, ma'am. In behalf of the Commandant, Admiral Ronnie Hilgavan, to our Malacanang Press Corps, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. With the observance of the Holy Week season po natin, the Philippine Coast Guard has increased its alert status into heightened alert last 13 April po, nitong Sunday, in which the PCG has deployed 17,000 Coast Guard personnel to conduct pre-departure inspection, to conduct inspection din po dun sa ating mga resorts. At the same time, ito po yung pagkakandak din po ng canine panelings ng mga canine dogs po natin. We've also deployed ito pong ating mga Coast Guard auxiliaries in the Malasakit Help Desk, in which makikita niyo po sila dito po sa ating mga major ports and pantalan sa buong bansa natin. Ang ating pong mga barko ng Coast Guard ay naka-alerto din po na handang mag-respond in any maritime incident na report. Kasama po niyan ang ating lateral coordination na mention po kanina ng ating kasamahan sa PNP, sa LGU po natin, sa ating municipal and city disaster risk reduction management offices. Kasama na rin po yung ating mga coastal barangay. So malawak po ang ginagawa ng PCG ngayon at paghahanda upang ma-ensure